to my journey. It is Tuesday, and what do we do on Tuesday? We go thrifting. So I am feeling so much better. Thank y'all very much for asking and comments and whatnot. It just was some old bad head cold. That's all I know. Never aches or pains or fever, none of that. And it kind of went away quickly, a whole lot more quickly than I thought. Left me with a nice little cold sore on my lip. But I got to see the baby yesterday. I didn't see neither one of them last week. I saw them Sunday when we had Christmas, but I didn't see them through the week. So I got to see the baby yesterday. Now I get to keep them, both of them, Thursday. Holly's going to RJ's to help him like organize and stuff because she loves to do that kind of stuff and just do stuff like that, you know. So I'll be keeping both the babies. And Holly told Jacob when they were there yesterday, she said, now Mama's gonna have the baby, so she won't be able to spend all her attention on you. But of course we went to our new McDonald's. Listen, nicest McDonald's I've ever been in. They greeted us at the door. I mean, not just from the counter. They met us at the door. Are you here to make an order? Blah, blah, blah. They kept coming over checking on us. Brought David more tea. He didn't have to get up and get it. They were very attentive. I was talking to Holly this morning. Well, yesterday, what Jacob wanted to do was look at picture books. Let me see if I can turn it up a little bit. The house beside Holly's is where his sister lived. So they just call it Terry's house because that's where Terry lives. It was originally his grandma's house. And then when his grandma died, his uncle got it. We bought it from his uncle. But then we let his sister live in it. So it's just Terry's house. And all he knows is Terry's in heaven. And he always asks Holly, he wants to know what Terry looks like. So she told me yesterday, she said he's wanting to look at picture books. He wants to see Terry and he wants to see Pawpaw. David's daddy, Holly's Pawpaw. And so she had to run and get her brakes checked. And he stayed there with us. And he looked through 2 full picture books. And he kept seeing his mommy when she was little. And he was just like, who's that? And then he seen a picture of my mama. He said, I said, who's that? He said, you? I said, no, but kind of does look like me now. And so he recognized her, and he would pick his mommy out. And then one year for high school, Holly dyed her hair red. She was very attractive. Had a little short bob. She was very attractive. But she's a very attractive lady anyway, young woman. Who's that? I said, that's your mommy when she had red hair. So we looked through all that, and he finally got to see some pictures of Terry, and then he would ask me, who's that? Are they in heaven? And some people I'd have to say, yes, they are, or no, they're not, you know. And then this morning, well, yesterday, before they come, he called me on Snapchat because we can see each other, you know, video chat. He said, are you still sick? Holly said he had been asking to come up to my house. She said he told her, why do we not do Momo's Day anymore? She said it's literally been 1 week that we have not done Momo's Day. And so after we talked, he said, well, I know what clothes I'm going to wear. Come in here, let me show. So he showed me the clothes he was going to wear and everything. And he said, okay, well, he was through. He says, bye-bye, see you too, Papa. So then they come up, looked at the pictures with the McDonald's. Well, this morning, she's going to see her pulmonologist this morning. And she had paper to fill out. It's a lot of family health history questions that she didn't know the answer to. So she called me this morning. And Jacob was listening. She must have me on speaker or something because he was listening. He was talking and whatnot. And he told her he's seen her, with red hair. But she said yesterday she was just feeling like she needed to kind of get ahead on some things, so she prepped some breakfast. She fried her sausage and put it in a container, and she made up some like stuff for lunch or whatever. She was feeling accomplished. Well, Jacob, this is his morning routine. He's like a grown person. He has a morning routine. He jumps out of bed, but he has to get on the couch and get ready for the day. He watches his TV. He has his snacks. He eats snacks, okay? Well, she said it was so easy. This morning, he had sausage and Nathan had sausage. She said, Jacob goes, this is not snacks. This is food. She said, here I am thinking I did all this good stuff, and he gonna tell me this is not snacks. This is food. But that's how he is. I said snacks first, then food. But he's a mess. So it'll be interesting to see how Thursday goes. We were going to do it Wednesday, but I got 2 doctor's appointments tomorrow. My foot doctor in the morning, and who's in the afternoon? Oh, my back doctor in the afternoon. So I said, and then she said Awana starts back Wednesday. I said, well, if you don't want to rush, and since I can't keep them, you'll have both babies over there. See if he wants to switch it till Thursday. And so he said that was okay with him. So he did. Well, listen, I got to go home. I got to make a menu out of my freezer. I'm recording what I'm eating. If like today I've got a new recipe, so I'll record the recipe. But if it's just like, you know, a meal that doesn't really have a recipe or whatever, just some things you just cook, you know. But I'm making a video just to show you what we have eaten this week for supper out of the pantry and the freezer. So today is the only day that I had to buy something to go with my supper, and that was some broccoli, because I'm making a broccoli and rice casserole in the crock pot. But Lord, listen, that baby, that is one little snuggle bunny. Let me just tell you. RJ said, I was sitting there holding him. I had my little hand on his head. He said, look at you sitting over there just momoing. I said, yes. Oh, he's such a sweetheart. Listen, I'm glad y'all had fun seeing David on the Saturday's video. Well, we didn't go up Saturday, but when we went out gallivanting Saturday, I tell you, I am not used to having him to do anything with me Saturday. Our whole marriage, because our whole marriage, he has worked. He had like 2 jobs when I met him. At one point before I met him, when he was married to his first wife, he had like 3 jobs. So that's all the boy knows, the man, is work. That's how his daddy raised him. You want anything in life, you work. You work. That's your job. Your job is to work. And so that's what he does. He works. That's all he knows. And so here in the winter, when he's not got yard work to do, garden work, nothing like that, he's had a little bit more downtime. Now sometimes he's out there working on stuff in the garage, but then like he'll wait on a little part, so he hadn't had anything to do this weekend because he's waiting on some gaskets or something. So that's how I got him 2 weeks in a row. But when it starts warming up outside, I won't get him again. I won't get him again, not one single solitary weekend. And then Sundays will be race day, and that's if he quits whatever he's doing long enough to get home and watch it. I'm excited. I'm ready. Listen, I'm going to see what the back doctor says tomorrow, what he wants to do to my back, if he wants to do anything. And then I'm going to go by that and schedule my racing thing. I looked it up. They give you like 2 days a month to choose from. I would really like to do it in like March. And it's not cold outside, but it's not super hot. Because listen, in the summertime, that track will get hot. RJ was asking how fast would they go. I said, I don't know, but I'm here for it. However fast they want to go, I'm here for it. I want to experience it. I just feel like they're not going to take you as fast as a real race car. I just feel like they're not. In my mind, for some reason, I feel like they're going to top you out at 120. That's just where my mind goes, topping out at 120. I want to go 180, 190. I just do. Well, that's what the race car drivers do. I want to feel it. So, but we're heading over here to Goodwill first, of course. They'll just be opening in a minute. And I am not looking at t-shirts. I have not got them started going yet because this is a busy week. I said I'd wait till after the first of the year, so maybe next week I'll start on it. I will have 2 days a week where I'll have Wesley. They'll come one day and my drink is spilling. Jacob will come the next. So they're not here the whole day. So I won't have to spend the whole day. I'll have part of the day to work on my eBay. I tell you, reading this Facebook group I'm in, you don't ever hardly get a positive. It's always people need help with problems. They got me worried I'm going to run into a problem in everything I list. Which I hope I don't. But they make you nervous. But I have learned, oh, they're standing outside waiting. Yep. I hope today's the day some of their after Christmas donations have been put on the shelf. That's what I'm hoping. Yeah, them people standing at the door. I've been out there at the door before. I sure know have. Now see, they tell you don't leave your donations, and there is a pile of crap sitting there by the door. They tell you don't leave your donations at the door, but they did. Well, they just went in, so I guess I'm here when they open, huh? All right. I'll see you back in a few. Okay. So I honestly cannot remember what I just told you before I went in that store. Did I make a pact not to look at t-shirts? I made one before I left the house. Yeah, well, I broke it. There was nothing in there. They still have not restocked after Christmas. They have not. It's just as empty as it was last week. It was pitiful. And I'm like, okay, I'm just going to look at the shirts. Because I did say I wasn't going to look at them there unless they were 25% off. So I at least had that going for me. So I was scrolling, like, well, maybe I'll find me one. Well, I did find 5, but I was particular. I didn't pick up just any one I thought I could make a few bucks off. I picked up some rock and roll t-shirts. I had like Pink Floyd and AC/DC, and there was a couple other good ones. I got them in the back seat. I didn't figure I need to show them to you, but I couldn't help it. So I got them for 20 bucks. I'm fine. I'm fine with that. I will look at the $2.99 t-shirts. I can just about guarantee you. Maybe I shouldn't. I can't. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Okay. If I didn't make a pact, I'm making one now. I'm not going to look at any more t-shirts today. Just stuff. Just stuff. So, if it wasn't so early, I would go to C-Van. But I declare I don't feel like sitting in the parking lot for 10 minutes because it'll take me all of 5 minutes to get down there. So we'll just do our typical head up to Salisbury. And thank goodness me and David put gas in when we went out Saturday. I keep hoping to find another one of those heating trays from, like what, the 70s? I've seen them before and I didn't get them because I thought you're not going to use them. Well, yeah, I would. But they ain't been having nothing up here at Nazareth really either. It's like their housewares room hadn't really got a lot of new turnover of stuff that I've seen. And I refuse to buy more magazines. I refuse to buy more cooking magazines. They get them every now and then, and I think I've seen them all 100 times. The Taste of Homes, you know, and all that. And somebody gifted me the Food Network magazine, so I get it in the mail. So there's really nothing I need at the thrift store. It's just, I love to do it. So anyway, I don't really have much to talk about. I don't know why. I'm feeling real uninspired this morning. I'm trying to think. See, when I do so many, like, we just did Saturday, so I talked about Saturday. Well, guess what? This is Tuesday. Nothing happened Sunday. Nothing happened Monday. I got to see the baby. So there's nothing else exciting to tell you because I just talked to you Saturday. So I run into this situation if I go out with you more than one time a week, and then come Friday I got to have something to talk about on my way in. So I get kind of, well, I don't have anything. I don't know. So I'll just get up here and listen to my music. How about that? Okay, so I come on in here to Nazareth, and there's this thing, y'all know my Dash affliction, and I don't ever use them. But this was here last week, and it was still here this week, so I took it as a sign. They always test everything because they always put work. So it was $4, and you have to take the tape up to see what was in it. It is one of these. So you can use it for the egg bites, or I guess you can use it as a griddle or whatever. But I thought, because me and David get sick of breakfast. He especially gets sick of breakfast. And I don't ever make the egg bites in the Instant Pot anymore. And I thought, well, maybe that would just give us a little something different, you know, for breakfast. And there was this woman in front. There was this woman in front of me, and she said she was sorry to hold me up. I said, no, you're not bothering me. They do bag clothes here. So for $15, you get a bag of clothes, and you can put 14 items in that bag for $15. And she said she was trying to make her decision. You know, we were just talking. She said I had to put it in my buggy and think about it, you know. I said, listen, when my children was little, I raised them, they had want something from the store, so you can get one thing. And I said, put it in the buggy and think about it. And so they would think about it, and they would decide, okay, well, yeah, it's worth it. Yeah, it ain't, whatever. And, oh, she was so happy and just sweet and friendly and just, oh, you know. And when I got close enough, there was that fragrance that we often smell in public that told me why she was so happy. If you know, you know. It was very, very strong. Not as strong as that one from the other day when me and Dave was getting gas. Holy crap. It was like a Cheech and Chong bus. Surprising I didn't see the smoke. Listen, I won't find nothing in here. I ain't looking at no t-shirts, even though they're $2.99 in here. I ain't looking. So I'm just gonna scroll through this Goodwill and see what they got. Okay, I went in the Goodwill. I found one thing. Hold on. And she needs a little magic eraser help, but you know I couldn't turn her away. Look at her. She is adorable. She was $1. So had to get her. Didn't find nothing else. I was looking for some little things for my drawers, little divider things, which I can get them at the Dollar Tree, but I thought, well, if I could find them out and about for 50 cents, clean them up, they'd be fine. But anyway, so I'm not going to talk on my way to Habitat because my phone is very low and I need to let it charge without running it while it's charging. So I'll pick up here in a little bit. Okay, I got something in Habitat, and what did I tell you I was looking for? Ta-da! Exactly what I was looking for. These were 50 cents a piece, and this one was $1. I'm gonna pop them in the dishwasher. They'll be good as new. So, bide your time. Something will pop up. Nothing in the free buggy that I wanted. But, anyway. So, just like a while ago, I'm gonna let my phone charge up a little bit. Besides, I can't think of nothing to say. But I'm gonna go home to, I gotta go to the post office. I'll stop by the Shamrock, see if they got anything, and then my 2 Goodwills, and then I'm probably done. So I'll see you back to something. Well, I did find something at the other Goodwill. I just didn't film it because where I was parked, it was so bright and sunny, and I thought, well, I'll just ride over here. But I found me a brand new mouse. Got a mouse pad too, which I don't need, but oh, it was, I think it was like a Big Lot sticker for $10, $9.99. It was $4, but the one I got on my laptop is not working. You can like scroll with your little wheel and it just bounces up and down. It's really been driving me nuts. So when I saw that, I grabbed it. And then I got these because David just can't seem to find the right size soup bowl. I'll tell him to use the big ones that we always have used, and he'll go for his like plate bowl. So when I saw these, and they're Mikasa, so they're good brand, I thought they're real pretty. And you see the size, I think that'll be a good size for him. And $1 a piece. They had 4 of them, so I got all 4. Now I have got to go to the post office, and we will talk while we're going to the post office. Make sure I get out of here without getting anybody. So I heard from Holly while I've been out, and she had her pulmonologist follow up at the hospital. She has to get another CT scan. He said there's still some pneumonia left, which I never heard him say she had pneumonia to begin with, but maybe their pneumonia and my pneumonia is different. But it says she still had a little bit of that. It could take weeks more before it goes away. And said that, you know, her blood work, I told you that they were sending her to a rheumatologist. He said, you had the infection, all this and that, yeah, but there's still something underlying. And she said he was not happy that the rheumatologist can't see her until April. That's the earliest she could get in. She first had to like apply or be accepted to see them. I guess they want to make sure you got a reason to bother them. That's all I can think of. Like trying to send me to the allergist for my itching, they said don't send her because if there's no rash, we're not going to do anything. I guess she had to apply to see if she was worthy of being seen. Isn't that crazy? And then they can't see her until April. But he was not happy about that. So he said there is something underlying. So if y'all would just keep praying about that and good thoughts and all that, because I ain't trying to hear nothing underlying on my baby. You know what I'm saying? So, but you'll be proud of me. I didn't look at, oh, here I'm starting to yawn. There we go. I didn't look at t-shirts in either one of those Goodwills. I didn't. And then I did stop at the Shamrock, the Lucky Shamrock, on the way back from Salisbury. Didn't find anything. That's that place that's just real tiny, you know. And it's the same woman that's always in there. She knows if I see something, I know that I want it, and if I don't, I don't. So we're just like, hey, how you doing? She said she could be better, so I don't know. I didn't cry, you know. But I come by the post office on the way up here to the Goodwill. Oh my gosh. The parking lot was insane. And right now it's 12:30, so it probably still is too. I probably should just gone in there and got in line. But whatever. And I'm about to starve. I got to go home and eat. I declare when I eat a breakfast and go out, I think I'm hungrier by the time I get home than if I don't even eat. I believe it is just the truth. I pulled out, me and David, a homemade egg McMuffin this morning, or last night, so it thawed. Excuse me. Then I didn't eat the whole thing. I couldn't eat the whole thing, but I feel like I'm just about to starve. I'll probably just go home and microwave a corn dog, because I got out that big pack of corn dogs in the freezer. Cheaper than driving through somewhere. Oh. So I don't think I know anything else. No, she did. Holly did say she's making Nathan and Jacob wellness appointments. She says, we're taking care of our health this year. She said, we're going to make sure, because she didn't think nothing. Doctor, when she went to the doctor, well, she was thinking, you know how you think, well, if I go, they're going to tell me it's nothing, and you put it off, and then when she finally went, the doctor told her it was because it was her chest wall was like irritated from coughing, but it turned out it was all that fluid. And she said that's not happening this year for none of them. So she's making them go, which is good. So anyway, oh, that's all I know. It's probably kind of a short one. I don't think I've had very much to talk about, and I didn't buy too much, but I did alright. So that'll be it for me. I'm gonna head right down here to the post office, and this is Thursday, so I'll see you tomorrow for weigh-in. Wish me luck.